Hi there. So yeah, welcome back to another one with me. I've been told I need to be much more polite. So yeah, welcome to me, myself, and my big mouth. I hope you've been staying weird since the last time I left you. So today, what will I will be focusing on? I want to deep dive into something, and that is about how to make a very very good movie or intro, or should I say, good character intro, movie character intro, basically. Among all the works of art, which is books, music, movies, things that are visual in nature, among these three, movie is what is visual. And if something is visual, what it's trying to say is that this thing should do more of showing than telling. For music, you listen to music for you to get the information and use your imagination. For books, same thing. You read out the words and you make up the picture in your head. What movie does is it's like a big combo of everything. That is why they also have the music that is inculcated into it, and sometimes you have words and other things. But because it's visual, it has to do more of showing you than telling you. And then from what is shown, you as a viewer deduce what's going on. Now, a good movie intro or a good character intro. Why I like saying movie or character intro, because most movies are told on the perspective of a character, of a particular plot, of a place, person, or thing, blah blah blah. So it should act as an abstract. It should tell you that this is what this whole movie, the whole character, this person is all about, keeping you wanting more in such a way, but not giving too much away in such a way that you've seen the whole movie. So basically, it is the abstract of the movie. And if done right, determines if the movie would be interesting for the audience. And if done wrong, okay, then why the hell should I sit in the theater? I will not. So I've been accused of bashing Hollywood a lot, yeah. So today I'm going to do something very different. Let me focus on something I like. I'm going to do something. I'll pick a Hollywood movie which I love the character intro and start with that. And I'll work my way to a Hollywood movie that I think the intro is close to perfect, not too perfect, but close enough to perfect, because nothing can be too perfect. So without further ado, let's dive in. So just to give a little bit of background, the movie Troy is based on the poems by the poet Homer, which was called the Iliad, and it features the story of Troy and the titular character Achilles, played by Brad Pitt. I think the Iliad also had the stories of the Odyssey and all, but this is based on the Battle of Troy. Please, I'm not Wikipedia. If you want to know more about that, check it out. But I'm having the assumption that most of us have seen the movie. So this is the confrontation from the two kings, and this is what sets the scene for the whole movie.
Good day for the crows. I told you yesterday, and I'll tell you again today. Remove your army from my land. I like your land. I think we'll stay. I like your soldiers, too. They fought bravely yesterday. Not well, but bravely. They won't fight for you. That's what the Messenians said. And the Arcadians. And the Epeans. Now, they all fight for me. You can't have the whole world, Agamemnon. It's too big, even for you. I don't want to watch another massacre.
Now, what can I like about this whole confrontation with Agamemnon is what it tells you about the movie. It already lays the foundation that this whole movie is just going to be about a conquest and people involved within that conquest. And what is telling you about the character Agamemnon is someone of greed, someone that is selfish, someone that doesn't even take the opinion of others, and the way he talks trivially about war. Good day for the crows. Your soldiers fought bravely, but they fought well, but not brave enough, and all that. It gives you an insight on how he sees people. People are just puppet toys to just work for him. That's what the Sicilians say, but all of them now, they fight for me. And the fact that he's so greedy, when they say the whole world is not enough, the way he just chuckled and waved it off. So this tells you the entirety of this particular character in just this particular conversation, this short conversation that took place.
I sent a boy to look for him.
So now the boy goes to fetch Achilles. The boy first into the room where Achilles is, and it was like Achilles was having a very good time, like he was having an orgy. And by an orgy, I mean him being the only man and a herald of women, and he in the middle. Well, now the fun part is all the women were just laid to sleep, and he was the only one standing. And he was called from that activity to come and fight. So I want us to bear that in mind, because all this speaks into who the character is, and this is all part of the intro.
King Agamemnon sent me. He
I'll
needs
speak to your king in the morning.
But my lord, it is morning. Are the stories about you true? They say your mother is an immortal goddess. They say you can't be killed.
I wouldn't be bothering with the shield then, would I?
A Thessalonian you're fighting. He's the biggest man I've ever seen. I wouldn't want to fight him.
That's why no one will remember your name.
This exchange with the boy gives us an insight into who Achilles is as an individual, as a person. And why I like the exchanges, it lays the foundation as well for what he stands for. Achilles is not fighting to win. Achilles is not fighting because he, like, you know, when you know that you are going for a war because you feel you are going to win. Achilles is fighting for what? Glory, and for him to be remembered and his name to echo throughout eternity. When they said that's the biggest man I've ever seen, I won't fight him, what he told the boys, that is why nobody will remember your name. And this is of importance to the plot of the movie. Throughout the movie, this is something that is going to stay true with this character. Then the second thing to pay attention to is for us now to understand how larger than life Achilles has been because of his fighting prowess. The boy said things like, they said your mother is a goddess, that you cannot be killed. And then Achilles made a sarcastic joke saying that then I wouldn't bother with the shield and helmet if I cannot be killed. It also shows one part of his character, that he sees himself as a mortal man, as anybody. But because of what he has done, his accomplishment, his name has now become synonymous with divinity in such a way that people feel like he's so invincible, he cannot be killed, but he doesn't see himself beyond that. There was this exchange between him and Agamemnon the king the moment he came on ground. This was it. The king said, perhaps we could have a war tomorrow when you're better rested.
Perhaps we should have our war tomorrow when you're better rested. I should have you whipped for your impudence.
Perhaps you should fight him.
And he turned
Achilles.
to walk away, then someone told him to look at the man,
Achilles!
that one wave of his
Look at the men's
sword and
faces.
all of them can go home to
You
their
can save
wives, and
hundreds
nobody
of them.
needs to die today.
You can end this war with a swing of your sword. Think how many songs they'll sing in your honor.
And then he retorted to the king saying,
Imagine a king who fights his own battles.
That
Wouldn't that be a
a
sight?
sight indeed. Oh man, I don't know. Clips nowadays, quality clips are difficult to find. This shows the tension between Achilles and the king, and it shows you the fact that they don't really like each other at all. And whatever he's doing, he doesn't do it for the king. He does it because, you know, this is what I want to do, and I'm also considerate of other people. The cheers from the crowd shows that the people love Achilles, and this is a problem when a king has someone that he can't control, and at the same time he can't do away with that person because he's one of the favorites of the people. And that was why he went on further to say,
Of all the warlords loved by the gods, I hate him the most.
We need him, my king.
now, this particular relationship between Agamemnon and Achilles is going to continue throughout the movie plot, and it's very, very important for the way things turn out in the movie. Remember what I said about an introduction? It's like an abstract. It shows you everything without showing you anything, but still keeps you wanting more and wants you to continue. It makes you want to continue going on with the movie. Okay, this may just seem like a simple, fighting, but what this thing has given us is a clue to what kind of war strategist, like Achilles is at the top of his game when it comes to warfare. Very calculated move from the start. He has sized the man. He already knows the way he wants to strike, and he has to bring the man to let the man come to where he wants the man to be. That is Wargaris. And what he did, he lured him into throwing the spear, and Achilles on his own intentionally dropped his shield so that he could be free to make that strike. It shows a picture of the fact that this guy is talented in killing. Let me put it that way.
Is there no one else? Is there no one else?
Now, finally, when you win, even though there are treaties and things that are agreed on, people go back on their words. Normally, another fighter would have, killed the soldier, stayed by the corpse, or go back to his own front. But he went in front of the entire army and started screaming, "Is there no one else? Is there no one else?" Basically asking for more. This is a mirror into how Achilles is in terms of his boldness and the fact that he believes he has been born to fight. The beach scene that would come later on in the movie, he displayed this same attribute when he and his own men were going ahead of all the other battleships. Other persons were not unsure, but Achilles on his own was going ahead. This is also mirroring his attitude when he had to fight with Hector. For you to go by yourself in front of the city gate and call out a man that would have on his own come out with a whole army shows something about the character of Achilles in this movie. Then the exchange between him and the king when he asked him that, "What is your name, soldier?" And he said his name, and the king said something.
Who are you, soldier?
Achilles, son of Peleus.
Achilles. I'll remember the name.
I will remember that name. Meaning, still mirroring what he said from the start, that's
why no one will remember your name.
It already mirrors the fact that this movie, it's about people laying down the legacies based on what they did on the battlefield. This shows us how this movie is going to be already in the end. At the end, whether you like it or not, you are going to remember the name called Achilles because of how good he was on the battlefield. This for me is one of the best intros I've seen in movies. There are lots. We could go and I could bring out other movies that have good intros like this, but I picked this for a purpose because it picked all those little details in terms of the actions that were carried out and also in terms of the dialogue that went on. So that's it for Hollywood. Now next thing, let's go to Nollywood and we'll do a little bit of analysis and get technical with Tribe Called Judah.